Hi, welcome to your virtual yoga class sponsored by Steel City. This is going to be a hip opener and side body opener practice with some work on some flexibility and balance, which are super crucial aspects for rowers. So I am clearly an at-home yogi myself. I don't have a yoga block. I'm assuming many of you probably don't have a yoga block, one of those cork or foam blocks. So what I did is grabbed some books off my shelf, and we might use these at one point. So if you would like to pause and grab some thick coffee table books, something that's safe that you can stack on to help when we do some floor balancing poses, it will help it to elevate yourself that way. So let's get started. We're going to start in a seated position, legs out in front of us. Just to loosen up our neck first, focus on perfect posture, shoulders down the spine, and feet flexed in front of you. We're going to take our right hand, put it over our left temple, and just gently pull your neck to the right side and breathe. Other side, left hand on your right temple. Gently usher it over to the left shoulder and breathe into that stretch. Wake that neck up. All right, now give it some back and forth. Shake your head no. Give me a yes. And a neck rotation to the right, breathing in. Breathe out. Other side. Swivel your neck to the left, breathing in and out. If you can, reach forward, straight back. You're pivoting at your hips, not your spine, and see how far you can get to touching your toes. If that kind of flexibility is in your practice, hook your fingers around your two big toes and pull back, shoulders falling down the back. Breathe into the lower back. Exhale and hinge a little deeper. Breathing in, pull on those toes, pull into the back, stretch out that back. And breathe out, falling a little deeper. Come back up, breathing in. Take your left hand, place it behind you. And we're just going to do a very small lumbar twist. My right hand is against my left calf. And you're just gonna hold this very subtle twist here. Remember to breathe. If you want to look behind you, look behind your left shoulder, give yourself that added twist. And exhale, come back to the other side, right hand behind you, left hand against that right calf. Look over your right shoulder and breathe. Coming back to center, we're going to get into tabletop position. So with table, you have your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're gonna get into some cat-cows here. So cat, I want you to exhale, cow, inhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And you're tucking your tailbone underneath the pelvis bone and your shoulders are absorbing that rounded spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck that tailbone in. Take some lateral movements side to side with the breath at your own pace. Good. One more. Nice job. All right. Take your left arm and you're going to raise it up to your left ear, maintaining a nice shoulder over wrist balance. You don't want to be overextended like this, and having yourself pulled back too far is not giving those biceps the workout we want to do. So lift your left arm up to your left ear. And to work on balance, you're going to raise your right leg, hover it first, and extend your flexed right foot to the back wall. And breathe here for 2. Take your elbow, bring it into your knee. Breathing in, hold it. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, extend. Reach, 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 reach. Pull those fingers to the front. Try to get your foot to touch the back wall. Inhale once more, give it a little lift. Stretch the back and down. Other side. Right arm up to right ear. And extend that flexed left foot to the back wall. Reaching, 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 trying to separate yourself between your hand and your foot. Inhale, bring it in, touch the elbow to your knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, hold it here. Really engage that core. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift up an inch, stretching that back and down. We're gonna go into our first downward facing dog. First, I want you to flex your toes on the ground, all 10 toes touching the mat, touching the ground. Really stretch out that foot. And with your toes, you're gonna push yourself up off the mat. Hover your knees about 2 inches. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly tip that hip back and round the spine into your first downward facing dog. Pressing the hands into the ground. Bicycle out the heels. Good. Raise your right foot up to the sky. A little hip opener here. Throw that heel over your left hip. And look over your right shoulder. Breathing in here for 2. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale down. Other side. Lift that left leg. Flexed foot up to the ceiling. And open that hip. Dropping your left foot by your right hip. Look over your left shoulder if that's in your practice. Breathing in. Exhale down. Raise your right foot again, and you're going to step it through your hands to the front of the mat. Low lunge. This is where the books can come into play. If you'd like, place your stack of books under your left hand inside the right foot. And we're going to do our first stretch. You should be feeling this in the IT band here. You don't want your knee over your right toes. Twist, right arm up to the ceiling. Look up, breathe in. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Lower that arm. Move the books out of your way. And we're going to go into a high lunge. Really focusing on that knee being against the toes, not over the toes. And you don't want it too far back either. Remember, this is a workout. Engage that thigh. Arms in prayer position. Twist to the right. T-twist. This is really good for the shoulders, and you should also be feeling it in your left hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, twist a little deeper. Look over your right shoulder. And exhale, windmill the arms down. We're going to extend our right leg into a small pyramid triangle pose. So straightening that right leg, stretching out our left calf and hamstring. It's a really nice stretch, feels really good. I want to switch legs so I can still face you, keeping your right foot up. We're going to get into warrior two. So raise yourself up and you're twisting into warrior two. Prayer hands out in a T position. Your right heel should be in line with your left arch. And that left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Breathe in here. Again, opening up our right hip flexor this time. Look over your front hand and sink a little deeper with every exhale. Reverse that warrior. Left arm down the right leg. Left arm down the left leg. Right arm over your ear. Exhale, windmill your right elbow to your right knee and opening up that right hip flexor a little more. Reach to the sky. Try to pull your shoulders away from each other. Get them away from your neck. Allow your head and ear area to breathe. All right. Exhale. Windmill your arms down. Our first plank pose here. Ooh. I want you to raise your right leg and hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, raise that left foot. Hold it here. Engage that core for 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Lower into Shavasana. All the way down to the mat. And from here, go into Cobra pose. You're pushing the mat away from yourself. Your palms are pressed against your breastplate or right below your breastplate. And you're just slowly, subtly lifting yourself up. You should feel it in your lower back. Inhale here. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale up to downward facing dog. Exhale, pedal it out. Other side. We're gonna lift our left leg and bring it to the front of the mat in between our hands. Again, if you would like to use your stack of books, you can place it under your right hand. Stay where you are. I'm gonna change sides so I can still face the camera. Oh, that way. So, doing a twist here. Lift the left arm above to the ceiling. Your right hand is inside your left foot, and breathe here. Engage the core, twist from the core, not from the hips. One more inhale. Exhale, come down. High lunge. See if you can give me a deeper squat. What helps is if you bend your back leg a little bit, get the knee close to the ground, a little soft knee bend, and then straighten it. You feel a much deeper stretch and the hip flexors get wrung out a lot more. Hands in prayer position. Inhale, twist. Extend your hands. You want your fingers to separate your sternum, allowing your chest to breathe. And twisting from the core, not from the hips. We want our hips to stay square, while also maintaining a nice deep lunge. This is good for your IT band on your left side, as well as your right hip flexor. Inhale here. Exhale. One more inhale. Look over your left shoulder. Exhale. We're gonna go to Warrior 2 from here. I will switch positions. Warrior 2, you're turning to face the other direction. Your left foot is firmly placed in front of the mat. Right foot parallel to the back of the mat. You want your left heel in line with your right arch. Warrior 2, extend your hands. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Right arm down the right leg, left arm over your left ear. And come into a side angle twist. Reach for the ceiling, separate those shoulders, drop those shoulders down the back, breathe. Exhale, come down, windmill your arms to the ground. Bring your foot back. Another plank here. We're gonna hold this plank for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your knees. You can bring your knees down to the ground, or you can go all the way down into a push-up. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, down to the ground. Go through the process to get back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Bicycle out the heels again, if that feels good. We're gonna step to the front of our mats. One foot at a time, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, pressing the palms against your shin. Like this. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Greet the day. Give yourself a little back bend. Arms through prayer position. We're going into Utkatasana, chair pose. So from here, lowering your seat to the ground. You want it as parallel to the floor as possible without overextending your knees beyond your toes. Arms come up to your ears, shoulders down the back, breathing in. Sink deeper into your chair pose. Breathe out. Inhale, extend those arms forward, reaching your fingers. Exhale, sink a little deeper. We're going to come into a twist. Hands at prayer pose, staying here, staying lunged. Twist to the right. If you have it in your practice, lower that left elbow to your right knee. Now you want to make sure your left knee is not inching forward. You want those knees to be parallel. So check your hips here. Breathing in. Sink a little deeper. Breathe out. Inhale, exhale, come up. We're gonna bring our left foot up into tree pose. Lift that knee. You can go above the knee or below the knee as long as it is not on that kneecap. A little balance pose here. Your hands can go into prayer pose in front of you or behind you, whatever arms or hands variation you would like to do. Breathe here. Whatever your arm variation was, inhale, reach your hands up. Look up to the ceiling, engage that core. Exhale, come down, keep your knee raised. You're gonna bring that knee in front of you. And as best you can, extend that foot in front. I want a nice straight leg. Doesn't matter what height you have it. Straighten that leg, breathe in, hold it here, lower your foot to the ground. Going back into Utkatasana on the other side. Sink deep in the chair pose, raise those arms. Lower your seat. Watch your knees that they're not inching in front of your toes. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. One more breath. Hands to prayer pose. We're going to twist to the left. If you'd like elbow on your knee, you may do that, or you can release your hands, right fingers to the ground, left fingers to the ceiling, whatever your practice is. Again, watch for your right knee is not inching forward. You want to keep those knees level. Sink a little deeper. Inhale, twist. Exhale, sink. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Tree pose, other side. Foot below the knee on your calf. You might want to take your hands into prayer pose behind you, or you can do a bind. You're reaching your right arm over, your left arm under to touch. Hold it here and breathe. Inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling, look up. Exhale, bring your arms back down to heart position. Lifting your right knee this time. Raise that foot, flex it in front of you, straighten that leg, hold it. Feel it in your quad, feel it in your glute. Hold it here for one more breath, inhale. Exhale, lower your foot. Nice work, nice work. We are almost done. From here, I want us to go back into Warrior 2. Left foot in front, right foot back. Warrior 2. Sink a little deeper, bring your hands in front of you. Pivot your left foot so that it is now parallel with your right foot. Wide lunge. We're gonna sink into goddess pose or sumo wrestler. Press your hands together, feel it in your glutes, opening up your hip flexors. Now leaning to your right knee, you're gonna straighten your left foot and flex your left foot. You can also lower your hands to the ground if that's helpful for balance. Breathe here. Exhale. Lower your left foot and shift your weight to your left side. You're straightening your right leg now. Lift that left foot. You can keep your hands in prayer position or lower your hands to the ground. Breathe here, opening up that right hip flexor. Come back to center. Goddess pose. Straighten your legs. Bring your arms up. Lower your hands. We're going back into warrior two. And this time, straightening your left leg. We're gonna reach our left hands to the front, extend, and then drop that left arm. You can grab your stack of books again. We're going into half moon. So this is a nice balance pose. We're shifting our right leg up to the sky. So having the books under your left hand is really helpful. But again, that's a variation, you don't need it. Half moon. You're opening up your hips, it's a balance pose. Extend that right hand to the ceiling. Reach those fingers. Breathe into the obliques. Stretch that right side body. Press your foot up a little higher. Give me another inch or two. And exhale, come down. Back into warrior two. And windmill your hands down to the ground. Pull your left foot back. Plank pose. Chaturanga Tadasana. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Nice work. All right, we're into the other side now. So step forward. I'm switching places now so I can face you. We're bringing our left foot up in between our hands. Did we just do that? We did just do that, okay. Okay. I'm switching places now so I can face you. Right foot in front. We're going into warrior two. Extend your hands. Turn your right foot parallel to your left. Goddess pose, sink deep. You can also do a variation if you'd like, keeping your legs straight and forward fold all the way through your legs if you can. Reaching your fingers as far back as you can. We're gonna do that side stretch again because it felt so good. Lean to your right, opening up that left hip flexor. Shift your weight through the center, leaning to our left-hand side now. Extend your right leg and pop that foot up. Back to the center. Doing warrior two, right foot in front. Grab your stack of books. If you need to, we're straightening our right leg now. We're going to pop our left foot up into half moon. So opening up those hips, you want to be facing the front as much as you can. Raise your left hand to the ceiling. Hold it here for 2 breaths. And exhale, gently lower your left leg down to the ground. Warrior two, windmill your hands to the ground. Step your foot back, Chaturanga Tadasana. Keeping those elbows close to the body. Slowly lower up. Inhale, Cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting our right foot up, we're gonna go into half pigeon. Slowly bring your knee up to your right hand and gently set it down. Half pigeon is so important, and it's such a vulnerable position. It opens up so much of our body. So I want you to get comfortable here. You can put the stack of books underneath your underneath your left hip, if that's helpful. We're gonna be holding it here for about 20 seconds. The goal is to keep your hips level. So if you feel that you're far from the ground, then you might need an adjustment. You can put the stack of blocks under your right knee or under your left hip. Breathe in, pushing your hands away from the floor. Breathe out, slowly fold over your right knee. Inhale once more. Exhale, come up. Lift yourself up into plank and extend that right leg up into a three-legged dog. Lower down. Come to plank. Pull your right knee up. Exhale, bring it into your left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, bring your right knee into your left elbow, hold it here. Inhale, kick it back. Once more. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Kick it back and lower it down. Now I want you to lift your left leg. We're going into half pigeon on the left-hand side. So bring your left knee in through to your left hand. Get situated. Adjust yourself, adjust your knees or your hips as needed. Push the floor away. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, come back up. Plant your hands on the ground. Flex your right toes underneath you. And stand in three-legged dog, kicking your left foot back. Exhale, bring your left knee into your right elbow. Hold it. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Hold it. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, last one, knee to elbow, hold it here. Inhale, kick it back. We're gonna slide through and sit down to be on our backs. Last few poses here. Going into bridge. So lying on your back, you wanna have your heels right underneath your knees, as close to your butt as possible. And lifting with our feet and our glutes, not our lower back. Pushing yourself away from the floor. If you need to support yourself in bridge, you can put your hands right underneath your lower back, around your tailbone. Or if you would rather, hold your hands together right underneath your tailbone, pushing your fists into the floor and your feet into the floor. And hold it here. Watch your knees that they don't billow away from each other. Keep your knees tight and close together as possible. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. Good, we're gonna do that one more time. I want you to enhance your bridge, or you can go into wheel if that's in your practice. So inhale, come up, either supported bridge or hands clasped together. If you're doing wheel, this is for bridge one more time. I want you to really push yourself though. Stretch that lower back. If you are doing wheel, hands plant behind your ears, right next to your ears. And your top of your head goes on the floor first. And then you lift yourself with your feet and your hands. Hold it here. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. If you're in wheel, lower down slowly. Your head the first to be the one to touch the ground. All right, nice. Windmill those knees back and forth. If you'd like to go into happy baby, you can. Last bit of love, we're showing our hips. Rock back and forth. Lower your feet to the ground. Take your right leg, bend it and twist your foot over your left knee. Supine twist to the right, to the left. Look over your right shoulder for a nice juicy stretch. Exhale, come back up to center. Extend your right leg, other side. Shift your hips over so you have room to move your left leg over your right leg. Look over your left shoulder and hold it here. Exhale, come up. Last one. This can either be your last pose or the pose you do before Shavasana. So this is Supta Baddha Konasana. Bending your knees, you're folding your knees away from each other. Feet touching. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And sink into this pose. Send love to your hip flexors. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your diaphragm expand and contract. You are here. Feel your toes touch each other. You can stay here or move to Shavasana. Shavasana is extending your feet, laying your hands at your side, relaxing your breathing, and feeling all points of contact between your body and the floor and the mat beneath you. Rest. Check in with your facial muscles. Are they tense still? Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Allow your shoulders to melt into the floor beneath you. Allow your elbows to melt, then your wrists, then the knuckles of your hands fall into the floor. continue that mindfulness down your whole body. Give yourself that rest time that your mind so desperately needs, especially in this time. You're doing everything right. You are exactly where you need to be. Checking in with yourself. Start to move the fingers and toes a little, wake them up. Or you can stay here as long as you want. I am so happy to be doing this with you. As much as I would rather see your faces in person, I am so glad that you've tuned in. And this is available for whenever you need it. And you can also contact me if you have any questions or would like any other ideas for a yoga practice at home. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is well and healthy, and that you are safe, and that you know that Steel City loves and misses you a whole lot. Have a wonderful rest of your day.